everyone and welcome to New Comic Book News, a weekly show all about comics, from FOCs to exciting announcements to indies to keep your eyes on and everything in between. My name is Michael Balonis and I'll be your newscaster for the week. So up first we have the upcoming FOCs, and with this first section of FOCs, I like to do the ones that are today, April 13th, 2026. So first coming from DC Comics, we've got Batman issue number 9, Absolute Superman number 19, Absolute Green Lantern number 14, Poison Ivy number 44, and the hardcover deluxe edition of Batman Gargoyle of Gotham. From Marvel we have Ultimate Endgame issue number 4, Uncanny X-Men number 28, Null number 5, Death Spiral Body Count number 1, Alias Red Band number 3, Shadow of Maul number 3, Spectacular Spider-Man Brand New Day number 1, and Doom Quest issue number 1. Image Comics has Royals issue number 2, and If Destruction Be Our Lot issue number 1, which is one of my most anticipated upcoming comics. And last but not least, Dynamite has Ben 10 issue number 1. And remember, those FOCs are for today, April 13, 2026, so if you haven't pre-ordered those, pause this video, call your local comic book store, get those pre-ordered, come back, and hit play, because now we're moving on to the FOCs that are for next week, April 20th, 2026. With that being said, DC has Absolute Batman issue number 20, Absolute Martian Manhunter issue number 11, The Fury of Firestorm issue number 2, which was a surprise hit for me that I will be talking about later, and Barbara Gordon Breakout issue number 1, which apparently spins out of the events of Batman number 9, so I'm really curious about that one. And out of DC's Vertigo line, we have Bleeding Hearts issue number 4. Then Marvel has The Ultimates issue number 24, The Amazing Spider-Man issue number 29, Queen in Black number 1, and Psy Dimensional Rivals issue number 5, which is the last issue in that miniseries. Image Comics has a stacked release lineup with The Department of Truth issue number 37, World Tree issue number 20, Radiant Black issue number 42, Dork issue number 4, Ghost Pepper issue number 11. Plus, Escape has its trade paperback collection coming up, so if you haven't read that fantastic war story from Rick Remender, be sure to pre-order the book. Boom Studios has only one book on next week's FOC, but it's truly the only one that matters. The relaunch of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, featuring the original team but set 10 years after they had initially retired their morphers. And that wraps up the FOCs that I think you should keep your eyes on, but if you think I miss anything big, please let me know. Otherwise, let's move on into the news. Royals issue number 1, the fantastic news series from Image Comics, has now sold out at the distributor level and is moving into a second printing. We also got our first look at the second issue of Royals, showing the consequences of the two brothers starting to catch up with them. And then, still out of Image Comics, but moving into my most anticipated comic, we got a huge preview from If Destruction Be Our Lot with a whopping 10 pages to look at ahead of the release. Then, Scott Snyder got ahead of the unfortunate leaks and went ahead and showed us the official cover for Absolute Batman number 20, featuring the Robins in all of their mech glory. Plus, he also showed us a preview of the upcoming Absolute Batman number 19, which is introducing us to the new version of Scarecrow. And that brings us to the end of the news portion of this video, so now we can move on to my favorite comics from last week. Bleeding Hearts issue number 3 had another fun entry, but the story is still building into what it wants to be. And Dork had pretty much the same go, another fun issue, but not much in the way of furthering the plot just yet. But what were my absolute top 3 favorites from last week? Loaded continues to be an absolute treat of a book. From the incredible plot, the stellar characters driving that plot, and the gorgeous art from Hans that envelops it all, Loaded issue number 6 marches forward as incredible as always, but this time with a shocking ending that mirrors the progression of the first series in a really unsettling way, setting the stage for something far more sinister to come. Neighborhood Watch number 1 was a phenomenal first entry to this new series, with the story told from two perspectives, two factions of neighborhoods or communities being split up page for page, with each being represented by a color, and as the story and core mystery built towards the climax and the two stories began to collide, the paneling and color directions started to blend together in a really fascinating way. But my number 1 favorite from last week was an absolute surprise for me in Firestorm issue number 1. It's a story that swung for the fences and absolutely knocked it out of the park. I had absolutely zero interest in the character prior to this issue, but I was curious what Jeff Lemire's take on it would be, and oh boy was it an intense take. and the art from Delator was immense. I mean, this comic was brutal, gritty, emotional, nihilistic. It packed so much into this one issue. I never thought I'd be this excited for a Firestorm series, but here I am, and I am so ready to see where we go next. And that's it for this week's new comic book news. Thank you so much for watching. What were your favorite reads from last week, and what books are you most looking forward to? As always, my name is Michael Balonis, and I'll see you guys next week.